like from your point of view and the on the agency side, what are some things that maybe it can be brick and mortars, it could be any kind of business right now. What are some things that they can start doing right now to get the ball rolling on consistency and publishing and, you know, anything else that goes around that area?
Yeah, 100%. And let's get into some practical, tactical tips for everyone listening, right? What you really need to focus on at the start and at any stage right through the process is having some planning in place, right? Like if you don't plan it, if you don't make it a priority, it's not going to happen, right? My personal content, the agency's content, same thing. So much focus on the client side, which obviously there needs to be, but haven't had a plan in place, haven't had any structure, right? So what you need to do is tailor it to yourself, right? Don't jump in straight away and say, I've got to post 5 times on Facebook, I've got to post 3 times a day on Instagram, right? Make it achievable. Start with something that you know you can handle and then just do that, execute that. If it's not every day, it's every second day, right? Just be consistent. So make a plan, have some consistency and stick to it. In terms of the actual content that you're putting out, the best way to structure it is, and I love your input here, guys, on what you've done. The best way to structure it is to try and create what's called like pillar content, right? So something that is bigger, whether it's a podcast show like this, whether it's a vlog, whether it's a long form blog post, right? Whatever medium that you're comfortable with, create something that's larger, and then you can break that content down into micro pieces later on, and you can hand that off to someone else. If you've got someone on your team, or you can send it off to somebody external to do that content breakdown, create the little videos, create the little snippets for you. But that's where you really need to come from. So create a piece of pillar content that is high value and then break it down from there. So you've got lots of little pieces that can help you create that consistency. You guys agree?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to do
actually like 500%, and I think Fonzi is going to explain why.
Well, I was going to do a shameless plug here in our own podcast. You know, if you guys have those pillar content and you need someone to repurpose it, chop it up, make it look super nice and sexy, guys, just let us know. Slide in our DMs and we'll do it for you, because that's what we do.
Hey.
Hey, look at that. That was
By
perfect.
the way, guys, like Anthony had ideas. Well, by the way,
we did plan this out. We did it.
So thank you for the leeway there. But you know what you say is like is so true, right? Like because a lot of people like put these thoughts like, hey, they see the Gary V's, they see the Grant Cardones, they see like all these people are publishing and they have $20,000 like teams a month like behind them executing this like thing for them. So they see and they try to model. What happens is like they try to do it 1-2 days and like, oh my gosh, this is too much. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do in like these 300 videos. And then they stop, right? And what happens when they stop is like what happened to us what is it, like a year ago, and what is happening to you, right, when you're not producing the content. Hey, it leads right up. So now we got to get that ball rolling again. So that's amazing, and thank you for sharing those tips, because that could be probably one of the easier ways to get started, right? And then after that pillar content is out, like you just said, then they can start moving and taking it to the next phase. And what that next phase looks like, it comes back to the planning. Yeah. How many times do I need to be consistent? How many times do I want to be present in front of my audience and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love it, especially obviously the long form content, that pillar content, how you call it. I love that because, again, you do it once big and then it can be repurposed in a lot. But in total honesty, how we started, right? Our question was, how can we remove friction, right? Again, we were thinking about the pillars and everything, but at the moment we were filming podcasts. Actually, we recorded a few episodes that we never published them because we put so much friction in front of us to edit them and do all the stuff that at the end we're like, but we're just gonna leave them out there, you know? And so it wasn't until we were like, okay, let's do Facebook Live every single day for like a minute. Like, I mean, we have a minute. We spend hours every single day in our phones scrolling, doing whatever. I'm sure we can spare a few minutes to just hop on Facebook Live. It's going to be posted already. You don't have to do anything else. Just talk to the camera. And what we did is we focused on the problems, the conversations that we were having. My brother was focusing on documenting the day, right? What happened on today? How can I relate it to what I do? There's always a lesson that you can get from whatever happened in your day. You can relate it to what you did. And then from there, we were like, okay, this is working, removing the friction. Now let's build the pillar content, which is this podcast, and let's do it live. Let's take that friction away. Let's just go all into it. And I mean, it has worked wonders for us, obviously. And now that we have the team, everything, like, it's perfect because we do what we do for clients. Now we do it for ourselves as well with all the content that we're going out. So I absolutely love it. Absolutely agree. People, listen to Anthony and take notes.